Holy shit, let's start it up! Let's like minimize that enough so that I can hear it but you can't. Because apparently, I've just had to throw this recording on. I've got Pokemon coming, by the way. We did a live stream. I don't know if anybody's around to do this one. Just walking up that ladder. Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody around to do this one, but apparently, like, this is a secret stream you're not supposed to know about or some shit. Like, if you watch it, you'll see on the Pokemon one, which will maybe go up first, or maybe it'll go up second now, that I was just sitting on this screen and apparently it had this weird, like, hand stream for 7 hours. Like, it was live for 7 hours but doing nothing. And you got to watch this fast before it goes back to the hands.
Nothing's off limits for them. Not even engineering void outs. There are extremists like the demons everywhere, plotting in the shadows.
I see there's more box carrying. Oh, you've dropped a thing. Oh, he's got that baby on his chest as well. Still doesn't tell us what the game is. Also, this looks... stole the bike. This looks very... I mean, obviously we've got to see if they actually say anything, but it looks very Anthem-like. I mean, ooh, look at the...
BTs. I can't spot BTs. Just sense them.
That's why we came prepared.
A bridge baby, huh?
Makes me feel like shit every time.
Bridge baby.
Well, you are plugging into the other side. Freaks me out too.
A lot of this looks pre-rendered. Sam Morrison, but yeah, so I guess it's just running through stuff, but this still really doesn't explain anything. A lot of people are saying it's not for me, and I can see why, because it's very Anthem-y right now, where we're getting a lot of very beautiful scenery, if real, of course. You know, we don't know how much of it's pre-rendered. Obviously, some scenes like that are pre-rendered. These are cutscenes where it's like, hey, you've got to be very emotional. And this is obviously a pre-rendered scene.
Rebuilding America isn't going to get rid of the BTs.
Oh, rebuilding America.
Still around. There's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope.
You see, I've come to understand the truth of the Death Stranding. It's so hard to form connections when you can't shake hands. Fortunately, I've got a good connection to the other side.
Covering the world in cable didn't bring an end to Warren's suffering.
Holy shit, we
I'm
got
not
a release
surprised when it all
date.
comes apart if you try to do it again.
Humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, that's what we need right now. Not to stand apart, but to come together.
I'll show you the real thing soon. I promise. The whole wide world will be yours to explore. You'll be able to go wherever you want. Even the moon.
I hope that's not it. I hope you're going. I hope you're actually gonna talk about it, because you're still. What's the name? And we're going back to the hands. I'm going to assume that that's it then. So, now that it's over, still doesn't excite me. Still looks pretty goddamn boring. Still looks like, I'm sorry to say it, it looks like an Anthem situation. Like, we have seen what gameplay we saw was dragging that box around, big, open, beautiful vistas. Yes, the mossy rocks with the rain, it all looks very pretty. Anthem looks very pretty. And when you're flying around in your javelin, oh, it looks so pretty flying around. It's amazing flying around. Look at this world that we can fly around. Look how pretty it looks. Yeah, that's great, but what do you actually do in Anthem? Like, it looks nice, and it's nice to fly around in your javelin, but what do you actually do? You shoot things. Okay, but like, you built up this big world with the Anthem of Creation and all this crazy shit. What else do you actually do aside from shoot thing? We got a new stronghold. No, but that's still shoot thing. What like you said that this is, you know, this game changer, this big world, this huge thing. So you must be able to do something other than shoot. No. Oh. Okay then. And this is what it feels like. It feels like we've been teased for so long. What's it been now? 3 years? 4 years? We've been teased for so long about this strange, weird, new, amazing game. And I just see Anthem. I see a huge open world, this big, vast open world that you're going to be shunting boxes around in. And occasionally a dude will pull up in a car and you'll have to either hit him with a stick or shoot thing. And then we saw the army section with the tank, and we had an assault rifle, so you're just shooting thing. And then at the end we saw that military guy with his skeleton warriors, and he's signalling them to go forward, and they raise their guns to shoot thing. So it just looks like it's another Anthem. We're gonna just shoot thing. Is this just repeating now? Because I'm just gonna pause this. Yeah, it's just repeating the cutscene again.
Don't worry. It's okay.
I mean, I'll leave it on mute just in case it does show something, but I think it is just like repeating over and over again for a while, just in case you missed it. Like, hey, you can see the world, you can see this thing, but yeah, I'm still not engaged. I don't think it's gonna be this groundbreaking thing he thinks it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a let's drive through. I guess you can drive cars as well, but let's drive through this huge green open world and shoot thing, and there's gonna be some ridiculous Kojima style batshit insane Kingdom Hearts twist story, like, oh, it's regular modern time, and in regular modern time there is these ghost people that make the black goo to turn into hands, but if you stick a baby to your chest, then you can not be detected by the ghosty hand people. And there's also time travel, because we're going back to World War One with the World War One tanks, and now here we go, walking along this big open world, and we're just gonna keep walking through this big open world, and walking through this big open world, and oh, we can make a ladder, and you know what that ladder's gonna do? It's gonna extend over this gap so that we can walk through this big empty world. And that's another thing that I just have to point out. I don't see a single enemy in any of these walking sections. Like, I know there's the guys in the van, but all this looks like a lot of big empty world with nothing in it. So, oof. It's not impressing. He's got lightning. Bet we can't shoot lightning, and he can't even use it as a weapon. He just makes it rain. So yeah, that's the thing. And there he goes. He can do magic. So that's my. Oh, we got more walking around that big empty world. Any deers? Any birds? Any wildlife? Anything? No. Okay, well, that dude will just pull up in a car in that huge open field, which ain't gonna be that open. You ain't gonna be able to walk to that mountain. This is not a Todd Howard. They might say, and I have a feeling they might pull this bullshit where it's like, you see those islands in the background there? You can climb them. No, you can't. It's I have a feeling it's gonna be like Anthem, where look at this huge world, and then come final release, it's a lot smaller than what this is showing. This is just one of those vertical slices. I'm not going to say anything until I see it in November, but just this whole walk around an empty world with a box and deliver the box to wherever we're going, and occasionally you can shoot a thing. It's not impressed. It's not impressed. It's just one of... But, you know, people will probably, like, get sold on it by saying, look at his weird story. And it's like, yeah, but we're just walking around this empty world. Oh, we have found some black goo men, but no birds, no deers, no like, pissed off wildlife that wants to kill you, like a wolf or a bear. Just empty world where you carry a box with a pizza delivery guy. Is it bad? Is it bad that I had more to say about Pokemon? I mean, like, I guess because Pokemon had that absolutely stupid idea that was ripe for taking the piss out of, but, like, is it bad that I had... Is it bad? that had more to say about Pokemon than generic shooter number 67 with, you know, Kingdom Hearts bullshit ass story. Because that's what it's going to be. We're going to have time travel. Because this looks like World War One, and you know we're seeing like the future. That is a World War One tank. So that means that we're going to have some sort of bullshit time travel where we're time traveling between the trenches of World War One and modern day future technology, and we're just going to have some weird imagery thrown in. So there you go. That's really all I can. That's really all I can say on the matter. I've got nothing else. Doesn't look like my thing, but hey, I guess we'll see if they actually show any gameplay at E3, because E3 is next week. You know, it's the 29th of May, and E3 is in June, so hopefully, maybe, we'll actually get some gameplay at E3, and we'll get explained what's going on, rather than this, like, oh, it's so cryptic, what could it mean? What does it all mean? Ask me what it means, ask me what it means! So hopefully at E3 we'll get some actual gameplay and description of gameplay, but it's yeah, it's not looking like it's anything other than a ridiculous story with a bit of shooting and a lot of walking around an empty world. Well, there you go. I'll go and put the Pokemon one together, because we did do a Pokemon one and there's 4 people that watched that. And, you know, everybody was around in time and we didn't have to do some decryption of the Twitch stream to be like, when's it starting, dude? They've been streaming the hands, which you'll see in the Pokemon one. They've been streaming the hands for 7 hours. What does 7 hours mean? Is it the 2-pack 7-day theory where Hideo Kojima is going to come back on the 7th day of the 7th year and bring something? I don't know. Ask me what it means when the stream's going to start. So you'll see that in the Pokemon one. So yeah. I'm just gonna upload this now, and then later tonight you will see our discussion, which is an hour and a half long, like a full podcast of the Pokemon one, where we have a good laugh at all of the weird shit like Pokemon go to sleep and you can play games in your sleep. It's the future.